Back in Week 4, the Texans lost their previous game against the Jaguars. Can Jacksonville sweep the series? The answer comes your way next.
Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguars. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. A disappointing game for them, but still a heck of a run.
Indeed it was. What a great job by them putting together a streak. Now let's see how they rebound after a defeat.
Is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From the 6, and his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the 3rd overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throwing into the hands of Pitts here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The numbers for Pitts in that game a week ago. 6 catches, 79 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Quentin Williams. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And not much room there, so get it up only to about the 21. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by a 1st-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, Fields. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visiting Jaguars who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Jacksonville. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Fields on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that have to be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
On 2nd down now. It's Blake. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Fields. Touchdown! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one after the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Here's Tommy Townsend now,
standing just outside his own goal line. Fielded just inside the 30.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Flush to his right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
From the 50, here's Fields.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
And past the 30 down to about the 27. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Off play action, Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd and 10, Fields completes it to Hardman. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to get...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen coming out to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The football going back over now to the Houston Texans. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. To throw is Darnold. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. The shotgun snap for Darnold. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Gets him up better for 3rd down. Here's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And taken at the 46. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Yeah, the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll try to run this one in, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season, and the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get it.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Jags are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there.
Touchdown, Jaguars! A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jags continue to pull away here in this first half.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault.
Touchdown! Jerry Jeudy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars open the lead up to 34-0.
So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. In 2nd quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. To throw on 2nd and 10. Darnold over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. His throw incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Again, Darnold. This goes out wide from Mixon. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Let's go,
a big play there on the catch and run.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Darnold on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Darnold down to throw.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
Rohrwasser's kick is good.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Jaguars! A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Bass on for the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Jags grab it. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Fields.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He finds his man, complete. That's Blake. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it. Now, that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 2nd down. It's Blake, and this time he is in.
Yes.
A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars would extend their lead here just before halftime. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Patriots with the lead in that one. Brandon Ayuk, a touchdown reception. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. Patrick Mahomes, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie, see what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Preston Williams, a touchdown reception. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for the Texans. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And what can they do to better account for him? Because they haven't accounted for him well so far as we see here on your screen.
They may have to draw up coverages they haven't run so far. They have to create something on the fly because he's beaten everything. And when you watch this game unfold, you keep thinking to yourself, is it 2 men, 3 men, maybe even a 4th guy may have to go and account for him. But right now, he's shredding the defense.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play for the Jaguars. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On second down now, it's Blake. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that will extend this big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Darnold completes it. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To the air again, Darnold.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
On first down, it's Fields.
Got him in. It's Brown. And he's brought down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. After the sack on first down, Fields sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And they'll run on the inside handoff. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Fields.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Jaguars are pouring it on.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. That time a 6-play drive. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And that is incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. With another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Pass on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Darnold. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Texans send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. Inside the 20. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
And I love how you use the word fortuitous there because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the right place, grabbed it, and found his way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From the 6. And he returns this to the 22. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big connection on that one. 39 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 7.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off at the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had 1 week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And now out comes Houston.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Darnold's throw complete there to Johnson.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Here's Darnold. Going up top.
And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
William Jackson with a pick.
And the Jaguars will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. Pushes past him. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position. And that was special there. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Jaguars are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And here comes a return. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Jags grab it. You know, it's great to be a Pro Bowl quarterback, all-pro wide receiver. Those guys get all the endorsements. But we've seen a lot of guys carve out a great career as a special teams ace.
And it's one of the most important parts of the game. We can talk offense and defense all we want, but the 3rd phase, special teams, that can be the difference between winning and losing. And how about the big play created here? Big-time effort.
Touchdown, Jaguars! From 10 yards out, and the Jaguars continue to roll.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that will extend this big lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Shift to the defense of the Jaguars now. Now the interception for them the last time, and that turned into 6 points.
You think during their break they reminded the offense that, hey, we helped you guys out a little bit, right? You know, they want to see if they can do it again for them. They're putting together an entire team.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Darnold dumps it off to Mixon. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 28, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. On 2nd and 1, Fields. He finds his man, complete. That's Blake. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They had the short field and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts, and he will be out of bounds after a nice pickup. And that will also lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
Best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A 1st down throw, Darnold.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Throwing again is Darnold. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Quentin Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. To throw is Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. They'll roll him out right. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be out right at the 35. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll buy some time right. And this one is incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And quickly, they get to the line.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
Rolling to his right. He finds his man complete. That's McKinney. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Hard to have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Second and goal from the 1.
Fields.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win, it's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What were they thinking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Jacksonville, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.